The boat over my shoulder is a Belize 54 Daybridge. I'm really excited to show you this today. She's a very special member of the Riviera family, and Riviera have very kindly made her available for me this morning to walk through with you before the boat show starts. So let's step on board and do that now. So let's step on board, and I think what we might do is go straight up to the flybridge, and we can do that using these stairs on the starboard side, because one of the obviously reasons why you would buy the Daybridge versus the sedan version, this is available in a sedan hardtop version, is because you want this extra space, and this is what you get. It's absolutely stunning. It's early morning here and the sun's just coming up, but it's such a beautiful space up here. Remember, we're on a 54-foot yacht, so we've got this beautiful L-shaped lounging in front of us with this absolutely exquisite leafing table. And look at the stainless steel work. One of the things to mention about Belize is Riviera make these in very, very limited numbers. They're highly customizable for their customers, and they're built to an even higher build standard than Riviera, which is hard to believe, which are superb yachts, but that is the case. So we've got this wet bar area, which has, as you can see, a sink here. This is a little rubbish compartment there. There's extra cooling in there for all your drinks and so forth. This is a little like a preparation area. Again, just a little wet sink that'll drain out, so you can pop some extra drinks in there, what have you. But that's a really beautiful little place to come and set up your entertaining whilst you're up in the flybridge. I should mention too, the hard top extends all the way back to the rear of the flybridge. We've got the clears set up this morning. The boat show is still getting set up, but it does demonstrate that you can obviously have this fully enclosed with those zip up clears, or open it fully up depending on, of course, what the weather's doing. And we've got above us, we've got this small opening like sunroof hatch, which again just lets in more natural light, even more ventilation. Really, really beautiful. Underfoot we've got full teak decks. Just bend down so you can see those. This is just the detail and the quality that goes into these Belize yachts. They really are something quite special. And then on the helm, you'll see something a little bit different to what you see on a normal Riviera. Now, on a normal Riviera, you'll generally see the helm sort of positioned either to the starboard side or sort of more in the center, but you'll usually have the multifunction displays kind of in one straight unit with the steering wheel sort of down below. But what we've got here is a really symmetrical, if I come back a bit, you'll see, it's a really symmetrical helm, and I personally think this is really appealing. I like the way that the steering wheel sits in the center. You've got some of the instrumentation here, multifunction displays on both sides, as well as easy access to obviously the engine controls there, joystick on the starboard side, which just makes it really easy for docking, of course, when you're coming in, and this beautiful wooden feature steering wheel. So just in terms of an aesthetic alone, I think this is really, really appealing, and the helm seats are beautiful as well. Obviously owners customize these to who they like, but these are done, I mean, I'm colorblind, but I think these are like a really beautiful cream color. Someone will tell me if they're not, with a beautiful piping. But it's hard for me to describe to you just how sort of the quality of materials that you sense when you feel things and touch them, which includes simple things like the aluminium railing that's throughout the boat. None of it is a circular profile, it's all ovular, and that takes extra time. It's more expensive to do it that way. But it's just one of those things that with these boats, as well as the quality of the welds, everything is absolutely seamless. It's just a really elevated quality of fit and finish. So this is a fantastic flybridge, great view out, of course. We're going to head down there in a moment to the forward lounge area, The boat details are just finishing up behind me, so I think they're finished. We'll step down. People are really busy setting up for the show. So when we come forward, we've got this really nice lounging area here. These hatches are over, obviously, the accommodation that's underneath, but that's a fantastic area for you to come up and socialise. Drink holders, of course. That section will ratchet up so you can be facing forward out over the bow of the boat. Absolutely beautiful. Fender baskets, beautiful stainless steel fender baskets on both port and starboard side. And the windlass and the anchor lock are all concealed underneath the deck, and I think that provides a really beautiful, like, clean aesthetic, really clean line, but it also helps keep the deck nice and clean and tidy. So when your anchor's coming up, it's not dragging any mud with it, which is ending up all over the deck. It keeps it all really nice, neat and tidy, which is terrific. So that's the forward deck. It's a 3-cabin layout, and the VIP cabin, what you'd call the VIP stateroom, is here. Now it's serviced by the dayhead ensuite. This is a really nice cabin. You can see the amount of natural light that's coming in. That's that hatch that we saw in the forward deck. Queen size island, lots and lots of natural light. One of the things with the Belize range is the more traditional style windows. You might have noticed it on the profile of the boat on the side, where instead of seeing, the more contemporary, modern, large, blacked out kind of window sections, they have the more traditional, smaller window sections. And personally, I know it's a preference thing, but I find these, quite nice, really appealing. Hanging locker, of course, all fully lined. I think that's cedar lining, and I think we're looking at the walnut in a satin finish on all of the cabinetry on this particular one. But really, really nice, really beautiful finish. Again, the way in which all of the timber cabinetry has that curved profile, the absence of sharp edges is really noticeable. AV, a small area here with a swing out chair, so you can either set yourself up there to do your hair in the morning, or that could even serve as a little small office for your VIP guests, which is super handy. That swings down like that, and it's serviced by the dayhead ensuite. I really like, tell me if you do as well, I really like the way in which these floors are done. We have that kind of pale coloured caulking in the middle, gives it that really striking appearance. I quite like that in terms of a look. But here we go, really nice shower stall. Again, those more traditional style opening port window sections. Beautiful cabinetry, really, really high quality throughout this boat. Storage behind areas like this, as I struggle to find the latch. There it is. There we go. Dotted around the ensuite like that. These are doors, these close off. We'll keep these open, but these close off we'll keep that open for now. Behind here we've got more storage like that. I'm going to guess that underneath here is a washer dryer. Yes, it is. Fantastic Bosch washer dryer. And that's just ahead of the second of the VIP guests, which is this pair of bunks. What you often find, particularly in a boat that's around about 50 feet, is the headroom in these kind of bunk cabins can sometimes be a little bit cramped, but I have got a full foot above my head. This would probably be well over 2 meters of headroom, in empirical about 6'8", 6'10". So it makes for a really pleasant cabin. And these are full adult size bunks. You wouldn't be cramped in here at all. Again, love that port style opening window there. It's terrific. Hanging lockers. One there, nice sort of 3/4 size hanging locker. And another little storage section under there. And drawers here. So this is the second of the VIP cabins, but the master steps down and has the benefit of the full beam of the boat. And I really like the ensuite in this. I'll show you that in a moment. But here we are. It's very nice, isn't it? There's those more sort of traditional window sections that I was mentioning before. Again, lots of storage for the owners here. Nice fully lined cabinetry. Those beautiful curved corners. That's repeated throughout the boat. Our AV equipment here. Another service area in here, which is very handy when you need to get at things. And you can see that the lengths that Riviera and Belize go to make the boat a usable boat. Everything really nicely labelled, all lit. Sometimes these little service areas wouldn't be lit. This is all fully lit. Just speaks to the quality and the attention to detail. Drawers, lots of those, as you would expect in a boat of this quality. And even another hanging locker here. That's a really nice mechanism, isn't it? Where that kind of folds out from that corner section. Almost an Art Deco style sectional. Really nice. But the ensuite, I think it's a beautiful, it's for an ensuite of this size, it just feels very, very light, very, very airy. Maybe that's got something to do with the way the light's bouncing off the water this morning. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, but doesn't that just look so inviting? Shower to my left here, again with that really nice feature floor. And then if I pull back a little bit, you can see we've got this beautiful vanity bench top area with lots of storage, as you'd expect, underneath for everything you need. A toilet, heated towel rail. But it's just a very, very inviting space. And it just has a different feel to it in terms of the quality. Everything just feels better. I don't know any other way to put it, but that's just how it feels. Okay, so that's the lower deck. It's 3 cabin, 2 head layout. The last thing, or maybe the second last thing I want to show you. Actually, before we get to that, see if you can pick this up. Riviera do something which I think is very clever in terms of the flooring. And in the manufacturing process, they embed, I think I'm right in saying they're little pieces of silica, like a little piece of sand, and it just provides a little bit of extra grip underfoot, so that, you know, if you're moving around, you're not going to lose your feet underneath you. And so all of the hard flooring throughout the boat has that same thing. It feels quite pleasant to walk on, but it just gives you that little bit of extra grip. Here's the helm. So a similar, or basically a replication of the helm on the flybridge. This time it's more positioned to the port side, and a very comfortable space. I don't know if you can see that, but we've got seating for 2 people facing forward, and a third person could be looking back, or you might want to put your feet up there whilst you're underway. But a really comfortable, lovely helm position. I'll just spin here so you can see those beautiful diamond stitched helm sheds. Aren't they lovely? With the convenience of having a joystick control just to your left hand side. So just a really well laid out, very thoughtfully designed, very beautiful boat to look at. Let's take a look at the Salon now that the detailing crew have finished up. So we're just forward of the aft cockpit, And we've got a really nice open plan socialising space here. So to the starboard side, we've got this really nice L-shaped sectional, obviously big enough to accommodate your six guests. The table obviously leafs out to make a larger dining table. These sort of ottoman type, they slide in to make your seating. And this is a high-low table, which is operated manually. Usually these are electronic, but these are operated manually. Less chance of things breaking, I suppose. But the galley is obviously an aft galley. Everything that you need. We've got the 3-burner hob in the centre with lots of bench space to the left and right. Directly under that is the oven, and then directly under that I think we'll find this will be a dishwasher, and then all of the cooling on board are in these other drawers. I'll just open those up so you can see them. One more. So we've got one fridge drawer there and another there. I'll just close those up for everybody. And then on this side, all the things you'd expect, drawers and the like. Love the way that everything's got a place and everything in its place. I don't know if you can pick up on this, but we've got the Belize branding on all the crockery, all of the cuppery. I think it's etched into the. There we go. Just lovely, isn't it? Beautifully elevated accessories, and then underneath. Oh, that's a 2-hand job. I think we'll leave that. But there's another cooling cabinet underneath there, and then at head height, lots and lots of storage for kitchen, accessories, all the things that you obviously need in the kitchen. But beautifully finished. Just the quality of the cabinetry in here. It's just really high level. Beautiful closing mechanisms. It's just lovely. So the only other place to show you, which we couldn't get to at the start, is the aft cockpit itself. And what I find really appealing about the aft cockpit is this section here, which is this serving area, almost like a little mini bar area, which connects lovely to the aft galley. But it has these 2 swing out bar stools, I think you could call them, on this really nice chunky swinging mechanism. I think that's really nice. And then underneath here, I think we're going to find an ice maker like that. So it's definitely a boat that's really set up for socialising and entertaining, with yet another cooling drawer like that. So absolutely no shortage at all when it comes to entertaining space. We've got the hard top that extends back to probably 3/4 of the way to the aft cockpit, and then we've got the canvas that extends out to the full length like this. So really well protected, really comfortable, beautiful. Just an example again of that railing. If you can pick that up, you can see how that profile is ovular like that. Feels really nice to grab onto. It's fantastic. Okay, the last place to show you, I don't want to leave this interior because it's so nice, but the last thing to show you is the engine room. The first thing we'll find when we get down here is that this is fitted with a Seakeeper 9 gyro stabilizer, which, if you know, these are not an inexpensive an accessory put on your boat. But in terms of what's going to make this boat tick along, we've got, a little bit hard to see there, but we've got a pair of Volvo Penta IPS 950s. I think these each produce about 800 horsepower. And when we're up and planing, that's going to give this boat a top speed in the mid to low 30s. And if you're cruising, that's going to be, you know, sort of in the mid 20s, high 20s, with a range. And I'll put all the details in terms of range, fuel tanks, etc. on screen. In terms of what else we can see here, we've got the generators, the fuel tanks, both of those just there. Just in front of me, we've got the filtration systems over there, the Dometic air conditioning through there. And you can see the shafts that come out of the engines down into those IPS pods there. So these engines are positioned a little more forward, which gives the boat a little bit more balance. And of course, ahead of me here is the tender garage, and this will take, you know, comfortably a 3 meter tender. So that's the beautiful Belize 54 Daybridge. Really appreciate Riviera opening this up for me today before the boat show got started. I think it was well worth it. It's made for a great walkthrough. If you like that video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. I do these every week. But I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week on another video. Bye for now.